Hey, it's Carol here, and it's day 5 of the vlog challenge, and the dumbest thing that I have ever done. The only thing that I can think of right now is several years ago, we had decided to go camping way out in the sticks in southwestern Pennsylvania. Carl took the kids and the dog and left well before I got off work, and it was winter time, I think, or we had just had time change, so it was getting dark a lot earlier. We had one cell phone charger for the car at the time. I sent it with Carl. Didn't think to charge my phone up while I was at work, and went home, loaded up the rest of the things that we needed for the weekend in the van, and I took off. So here I am heading out to some unknown in the woods place. It was a cabin from a friend of ours that he was letting us use for the weekend, and it was so remote that we had to use an outhouse. So that tells you how far out in the country it was. So I'm driving down, and I had instructions written down, and Carl had given me verbal instructions. And you need to know that I'm really bad with directions anyway. Even if it's written down, I still sometimes have a hard time following them, and I get confused and I make wrong turns. Thank goodness for GPS, where when you make a wrong turn, it sets you back on the right track now. I really could have used Sheila, my GPS, way back then. This was in, I think, 2005 probably, so there were no smartphones. And so I'm driving along, and I had been instructed to look for the sign that said Bridgeville. Well, I got to what I thought had been the right amount of time. It was dark. I had been on driving for a while. I thought it was the right amount of time, so I saw a sign, I saw a B, and I saw Ville. So I took the exit. And instead of realizing within about 20 minutes or so that I was lost, I drove for well over an hour until I realized I wasn't going to get to my destination. My cell phone was dead. I had no way of calling Carl to find out if there was a shortcut, how to get back to where I needed to be. So I just turned and went the other way, back in back in the other direction. Eventually got to the correct exit and got to where I was supposed to be 2 hours late in the dark with a husband that was worried sick because he couldn't get a hold of me because, of course, my phone wasn't charged up, and he had no clue where I was. So that is probably one of the dumbest things I have ever done. I know there are a lot more, but that's the one I can remember right now. So lesson learned, always keep your cell phone charged up if you don't have a car charger. Be careful when you read the signs. Read the complete name on the sign, not just the first letter and the ending of the word. And if you realize you're lost within about 20 minutes, don't try and think that you're correct in the way that you're going, and let an hour go by before you realize you're lost. So with that, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.